The calm after the storms. Oh my goodness. It looks like it's such a beautiful, beautiful day. It's so bright out here I can't even see what I'm doing in my camera. Well, that's my phone. Haven't let the animals out yet this morning. Just got up out of my chair, had my coffee. It's a good morning. Got to wake up again. So yesterday I had to come out here. This ooh, looks like I'm growing some trees up there in my gutter. So my gutter's full and it comes down off of the house and knocks all of my railroad ties, well, they're not railroad ties, landscaping timbers out. Knocks out all of the dirt, as you can see. I came here yesterday and pulled all the dirt away so that the Bermuda grass wouldn't creep back up into there, because I don't, like you can see how it's already doing it right in there. But the Bermuda is just crazy around here. If you ever get it going, you can't get rid of it. So this right here is my Granny Smith apple tree that I bought from Walmart as a bare root a couple of weeks ago. You can already see that the twig that it looked like it was is now starting to look like a Granny Smith. So I went online and bought a black Tartarian cherry tree, and in the base of it is 2 grapes that didn't make it from last year. So I just kind of tossed those up there with the bucket I used. And then I replanted this one. It's not looking like it's doing very good. I probably need to give it some water now because it was just waterlogged. And I thought, well, I'll put that good dirt in it and then but you can tell it's going through a little bit of stress from having I pulled it totally out of that other one and put it in this one as a bare root. And I probably should have really watered it in. I thought the rain last night would have taken care of it, but I put it over there to keep it from getting damaged, and it didn't get as much water as I thought it would. So it looks like my yard is doing really, really well as far as the water that stands right in here. It looks like I still have a little bit of tilling to do, like that one hump right there. It's kind of sitting right in there where it can't go over that hump. And you can see right here how the water is standing where this Rose of Sharon is. I'm going to have to end up taking out a couple trees. I'm going to have to take this big tree out right here. What is it called? It's called a Bradford pear. Those are indigenous to Oklahoma, and they just come up everywhere. Well, the problem is well, there's a couple of problems with it. One, you can see these roots on top of the ground. And so those roots with this huge tree is going underneath my house and really messing up the foundation. So I had to get my chair, put it in last night because we were having tornado warnings all over again. So I just pushed that outside. And yeah, so the second problem with this tree is you can see from over here how I had to cut that first one down because it was over my house just like this. I couldn't even get in my house. So now you can see how right in here you can see how the top has started to bend over from all of the weight on the end of the leaves, into the limbs. And so then what happened was all of the, I don't know if you can see it very good, all the limbs started growing up from there and getting tall. So now it's pushing it down even that much more. So with all of this water, and our water table is so high here in the bottom land that a lot of people's trees have just fallen over with the root intact, and I don't need that in my front yard. I really, really don't. It'll take up my whole front yard if it falls over. So before that happens, hopefully I can get it cut down and cut up, and I'll put it in my wood pile and burn it whenever it finally gets dried out enough. And then this tree right here, yeah, it's being attacked again. Last year it was attacked. This year it's attacked again. The oh, I don't know what they're called, but they're like little worms that come and they only eat the growth from last year, and they leave the growth from this year. And after they ate the growth last year, it came back out and looked beautiful. I mean, it looked just beautiful. But the problem with that is, you can see over here, my son came a couple of weeks ago. I did a video of him cutting this tree down. I was really, really concerned, and I told my next door neighbor, I said, you know, that thing's going to hit my barn if it falls down and we don't knock it down. So he came over, and it's a pine tree, just like the pine tree here. It's another pine tree, and it got eaten so bad. Oh, this water. So bad that it just went ahead and killed it. So he knocked it down, and her daughter's going to come. She, I don't know, she's got a degree in forestry or something, I think, and she's going to come in and cut it up for them. So you can see, oh my goodness, I haven't got to see the damage yet today. We escaped the tornadoes again. We just got a lot of wind and a lot more rain that just pounded. I've already decided what I'm going to do right here, but it's not going to be this year. You can see my loofahs are coming up really well. And somehow this stuff up here is making it. I took out my lettuce because it was just, there was nothing left. The bugs had gotten it. Well, the worms had gotten it. It looks like they're getting the romaine lettuce too, which is fine. It's about done anyway. It never did really do much. Oklahoma is not a good leaf growing state because it's either really cold, really rainy, or really hot. You don't really have much choice in between. It's not just nice, good, wonderful garden growing days like it is up northeast. But you can see how the poblanos and these right over here are jalapenos. I planted those in that row knowing that those were going to go away. So I've got some mild jalapenos and some mild poblanos right here. Loofahs are doing good. You can see how the erosion is, it's already taken out my green bean patch. It's just, you can see where the green beans were planted, maybe, I don't know. And tomatoes are doing pretty good. Looks like my water's filled up again. I've been using that for water for my animals, and boy, I tell you what, I think it saved me a ton. Looks like my squash is actually somehow making it. They'll probably go ahead and just rot off from all the water, because squash is real, I don't know, finicky. And you can see those squash are doing good. I moved my grapes back here. They're supposed to have morning sun and not afternoon sun for right now. So I moved them back here so that they could get the water they needed. The first one is, of course, a jalapeno. And I don't know if this one right here is going to make it or not. It might. That's the one I knocked the green off of it accidentally. And I went ahead and cut this one back because the end of it was dying off. I had to leave the ducks out last night. They're probably not real happy with me. It was a really bad storm, but I looked over here and they had plenty of stuff to hide under. And but they were just, I don't know, they just wouldn't leave people alone. They wouldn't leave the other animals alone. They wanted to get in and mate with everybody. I had to put them out by themselves last night, or all day yesterday, because they just wouldn't leave the girls alone that was on the nest. And I'm not going to have that. They can just deal with life. If they can't cope, they can just deal with it. So I come here, and all kinds of people are talking about the worms in the, look at this worm. Holy cow, look at this worm. It's trying to get it some air. How it got in there. There. Now, look at that worm. That thing is huge. I'm not going to put it out in my animal pen. They'll eat it. Here, at least maybe it can aerate some of this stuff. That is one big, fat, juicy worm. Boy, I bet the catfish and the crappie would go after that. Oh, Lord, would I love to go fishing today. No, not really. No, right after rain, everything is just clogged up with debris and high water and snakes, and no, that's not anything I want to do. Maybe some other time. It's going to be one of those days. Come on, kiddos, you ready to go down? I know Bluty's ready to go fight with Petey, but he's not going to get to today. Are you, Bluty? Petey's not out. Petey's not out yet. I can't even keep them straight. Let's go. Come on, you got to get out of my way. I can't move forward without you there, or with you there. Let's go. Oh, look at this. Look how deep. Ugh. Ugh. Potatoes looking good. Great pumpkin is looking good. They've been eating what they can get. You can see that, what they can reach. Look at his butt. See how they're eating his butt? He tries to keep it away from me because he knows that whenever Mama's around and his butt is pointed at me, I put medicine on it and keep those chickens away from it. Yeah, accidentally dropped them. Now it's going to be hard to get around them. Well, let me out. Let me out. Everybody can go through. Look at this. Look how deep my shoes are in this mess. Look at this. You can't even see the ends of them. Look at this. There it is. Ugh. Come on, kiddos. Come on, kiddos. See if I can walk backwards and not fall in a hole and kill myself. Come on, kiddos. You can make it. Some of them stand there and watch everybody else to make sure they make it, and then they can. Okay, they made it. We can go. Got to watch out for the others, for our favorite people. Kids, whatever you want to call them. Come on, everybody. Come on, Mo. Come on, Megan. Yeah. Good kids, aren't you? So pretty. So pretty. You guys were looking? Yeah, I bet you can find some wormage. I bet you can. Well, I'm going to take this right here, and I'm going to spread it. Spread the good news around. You ready? Here we go. Woohoo! Yeah. Yeah, some of that's going to be for the turkeys in the pen. I didn't bring my screwdriver out here yet. Got to go let them out. Nope, Bluty is just worried about Petey. Look at him. Let him out, let him out. Come on, let him out. I want out him. He can't do anything anyway. He's too fat. He's a broad-breasted, and all they want to do is eat and fight. Get him. Yeah. I think they do that when they're mad and when they want to prove who they are. Boy, it sure looks peaceful and calm out here today. Other than all the water, you wouldn't even realize that we had a really bad storm last night, would you? Ugh. Yeah, the ducks don't even want to come down here outside. Wonder why. I just hung this yesterday, and look at it already. I've got, I think it's 17 of them inside. Look at this. Got my hands full. This one hasn't got as many. And I just barraged this whole area because between turkeys and rabbits, and when they have eggs that are in their nests that are not viable, they toss them out and the chickens will bust them, and oh, it smells like a mess, and it just brings the flies right on. You can see that. The light at the end of the tunnel is that it's supposed to rain again day after tomorrow, and then not again until next Tuesday. So hopefully a lot of this will dry up, since it looks like it's sand on top. It looks like all of the actual dirt and gumbo has flown downhill in that storm, and I mean flown. And look at this. Oh my goodness, it's just so Oh, man, I almost did it that time. Whoa. Man. That was a scare. I got stuff in my hand that I don't need to trip on. First thing I do is throw that as far away from me as I can when I have to. Yeah, I know, you want in there, and you're not going to mess with her. You're just not. No, you're not. This is why that's up. Between you and Petey, I don't have a very good time. He has to be on that side of the fence or you bite him. He has to be on that side of the fence because he wants to fight. Oh, my goodness. I love them, though. You know, they are who they are, and they do what they do. Look at this. Look at all this messy. Whenever I walk in there, I'm probably going to be dancing again. Just like I thought. Look at this. It's just, you can just hear it just glop and goopy. And look at this chicken. She wants this. She wants the other side of the fence. She says, oh, Mama, look. I can reach this far. So here we go. We're going to let everybody out. Hopefully we're not going to hurt them or ourselves. Hello, everybody. And they are just aching to get out. I mean, they are just aching to get out. I know. The good thing is, perhaps today I can get out here and finish this. And I won't have to, see if I can do this. Am I doing it out? Yeah, I'm doing it right. There's one. One ringy dingy. As Lily Tomlin used to, I bet people don't even know who Lily Tomlin is. There's another ringy dingy. See if I can get that to focus. Having one hand, both hands full. Alright. Leave that one in right there for now, and I'll go back and get it. You guys ready to eat? I thought so. How you doing, Petey? You just want to fight. I know you. Oh, let's rush the door. Let's rush the door. Yeah, let's do that. Make it hard on Mama. Mm-hmm. Rush that door, whatever you do. You can open it now if you want to. Ready? Here we go. Nope, you can't fight. Look at him. He's out here all puffed up already. Girls say, yeah, we know. Yeah, the other one came out even. How about that? I've got one in there sitting on a nest usually. But I don't think it's going to make because they fight too much in there. Doesn't matter. They're going to fight. Looks like there's an egg over here. That's not where the one I saw was. Oh, one I saw yesterday was over there. And it looks like what they did was, get in here, maybe you can see it. Looks like they ate it. They fought and they broke it. I've got one over there. Yeah, they're not ever going to be able to have babies like that. So I hype their eggs now and take them in and see if I can get them to hatch in my little thingy incubator. You can see they have plenty of shade right here for a while. And then when that shade goes out, then they can come over here, or they can come over here on this porch. This porch gets real shady and they like it. But I hate to use my, do it this way. I hate to use my bales of hay, straw, so that they can walk out here and I can walk out here, because they're so expensive. And they really like that straw to sit in at night, and just costs so much to do anything. All those little fly strips, and keep the flies away from the neighbors so that they don't gripe. And let me get out of your way, baby girl. You just go on, okay? Do you just want some loving? I think you just want something to eat, don't you? You heard the food, didn't you? Yeah, you heard the food. They'll hear it. They'll hear you eating here in a minute, and they'll come out and get them some, won't they, darling? Yeah, we put it in there so that they can't get it wet and trip over, jump over, walk on it when they walk on it. Ugh, just think about it. right there and have it spill. They'll never go back to it, and it'll be just food wasted. And I just can't do that. Couldn't do it with my kids, and I can't do it with me, and I don't have any food waste. Anything that I don't eat or that goes bad, well, nothing really does. Maybe some vegetables occasionally. But either the dog eats or the chickens eat, or the ducks eat, or the turkeys eat, or the bunnies eat. Look at this. Yeah, they sure do like finding those little goodies. Sure do. He just wants to fight. He doesn't care who with. Well, not the chickens. They'll beat him down. Chickens will just beat him down. They didn't get away from me. Everything's looking good though. Bluty says, I want to go play with Petey. Petey said, yeah, I want to play with Bluty too. We could have a lot of fun until it was done. And then one of us would probably be dead, and it'd probably be him. Because you're just a heritage, or not just, you're a heritage turkey. So that means you can get around and jump and play and fly and all that. He's a broad-breasted. I saved his life. I thought when I bought him, I thought I might eat him, but I just fell in love with him and I couldn't. Just couldn't do it. Did you get full, baby girl? You got full, didn't you, darling? Yeah. You left some for everybody else. Now that white one, when she figures out there's food in there, she ain't gonna leave it for everybody else. She's gonna eat it all. She's gonna say, it's mine, it's not yours. Don't you be mean to her. You'll find yourself on the dinner table. That's better.